Hello, I'm Daljit Dhaliwal in Washington. The main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. Mexican officials say that a drug cartel was behind a bomb attack that killed 4 people in the border city of Ciudad Juarez. Authorities are blaming La Línea, a hit squad within the Juarez cartel, for Thursday's attack. They say it was retaliation for the arrest earlier this week of a cartel member. It is the first car bomb attack in Mexico's deadly drug war. BP says that a new cap on its blowout well is holding steady, but the man who is leading the U.S. government's efforts, retired Admiral Thad Allen, says critical pressure tests so far have been inconclusive. After a series of failures, BP was finally able to stop oil from spewing into the Gulf of Mexico for the first time since April. U.S. President Barack Obama has cautioned there is still much work to do, despite no oil leaking from the well. Colombia has called for a special meeting of the Organization of American States to deal with its claims that Venezuela is harboring rebel fighters. Venezuela has recalled its ambassador to Colombia for consultations. It follows accusations by the outgoing Colombian government that it has proof that rebel fighters like the FARC are hiding out in Venezuela. But officials in Caracas say that it is in a desperate attempt to undermine relations between the two countries. The man who confessed to spying for Cuba from inside the U.S. State Department has been given a life sentence in prison without parole. Kendall Myers and his wife passed state secrets to Havana for nearly 30 years. They shared a communist ideology and an admiration for the Cuban Revolution. Myers' wife was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court has appealed against a decision to release Congolese militia leader Thomas Lubanga. His trial was suspended on July the 8th after the prosecution refused to turn over the identity of a witness to the defense. Lubanga has pleaded not guilty to charges of recruiting child soldiers. Apple's chief executive Steve Jobs says that people with the most recent iPhone will get free protective cases. There have been reception problems with the blockbuster smartphone, but Jobs says that only a few users have been affected. Apple has guaranteed a full refund to anyone who wants it, but so far fewer people have returned them. And those are the top stories, but don't forget that you can keep up to date with all of the news on our website. That's aljazeera.net/English.